I think the Fed's going to go 0.75.
What do they think that they're going to do?
Well, Kansas City Fed yesterday, 2 or 3 different state Feds said they want to go 7.5. And they're usually about 2 or 3 weeks ahead of Powell.
Right. They got to do it, don't they? I mean, for Christ's sakes.
The market, why do you think the market's been going up? They think he's going to soften.
Oh,
I think
boy.
they're placing the wrong bet.
Well, I could have told you that.
Well, not necessarily. If you look at the 10-year, all right, if you look at the 2-year and the 10-year, the inversion, the market don't see the inversion causing any problems. That's never been done before, Vinny.
Yeah, well.
The market is betting that Powell is going to soften. That's what he's betting. Now, I knew August was going to go up because Powell had a month off before he did anything with interest rates. That was a no-brainer. I called that back in June.
Right.
But you see crypto last night?
Took a beating.
It did take a beating. Powell took a beating. Bitcoin's down now, I think 12, 13, 14% in a week.
Yeah, some store of value, huh?
Well, when you think about it, though, Vinny, if you go back 2, 3 years ago, crypto, it was going down to 800. It was going down 5,000, 6,000 points in a week.
Yeah.
So, store of value, I don't know.
What about the stock market? It's like S&P or the NASDAQ.
That's the reason I'm calling you. I tell you, I keep an eye on AMC. I would short it again.
Christ.
Now, I called you when it was at 43, and I said short it, right? I said it was a $20 stock. I think it's down at $13 right now.
Oof. I could have made some money on that one.
Well, yeah. See, I don't know how to short stocks. But the point I'm making is, I honestly believe if the Fed goes 0.75, the stock market's going to lose 10% out of 15% it made over the past month.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, I think people are they live in their little la-la land until reality hits, you know, and whenever, as far as I'm concerned, isn't inflation still historically alarmingly high?
Well, I want you to think about public sentiment and how the brain works, okay? Do you remember when I first got involved with you in crypto?
Yeah.
And I saw Poly going up like crazy, or I saw one of them going up like crazy. And I says, Vinny, put me into that. And he says, Gary, you got to put it in before it goes up, not when it goes up. All right? Listen, that sounds like common sense. But it's almost like walking past the window with a naked woman and telling yourself not to look. You're going to look. In other words, the market is going up over the past, say, 3 or 4 weeks. I think 50% of the people thought they were losing out on something. I had a friend of mine call me last night that just sold his house in Rhode Island. He's running back to buy a house. He went up there about 3 weeks ago to buy a house because he sold his house. He thought he had to buy a house like within the next week.
Oh boy.
He bought the house for $300. He sold it for $600. Now, he bought the house for $300. He was getting $2,200 a month income rent on it. And the house was paid for. All right? This is the guy I went to work for in South Carolina. He's got quite a few dollars. He says, Gary, I need the income. I says, for God's sakes. I says, I think Verizon is down about 20%. And they're paying like a 5 to a 6% dividend now. Did you know that? I says, put the money in there. That's $36,000 a year. What are you going to go buy a house for?
Right.
He said, you're an asshole. So to be honest, he called me yesterday to thank me for talking into not buying a house.
Nice.
The guy, well, first of all, it's Narragansett. That's like buying a house in in South Beach. Narragansett is the hot spot of Rhode Island, you follow me? But you only get 13 or 14 good months out of it. But it's a college town. So whatever you're not renting, say, by the week in the summer, you can rent it by the month to college kids. Like, that's like you renting a place downtown. You got to rent it somewhere or you got to live on campus, you follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was a good deal. But he did the math on it. He was doing like 30 grand a year. I said, for God's sake, you made 100% money on your investment. I'm the one that talked to selling the house. I said, if you don't sell that place, you're nuts. You got 300 into it, you can get 575 for it. As far as I'm concerned, that's as close to 6 as you're going to get.
Right.
You doubled your money in 6 years. You ain't got to worry about the house no more. You ain't got to worry about nothing. So you're getting out of a business, and I told him Verizon, but I'm going to call him up this morning and tell him, I hold back on our Verizon until power. I think it's going to go under 40. Verizon was at 65. It's down to 44 already.
All right. So you think a lot of people just got excited about this? It's a bunch of, but okay. It's so.
I think I gave good advice.
Yeah, you nailed it. You nailed it. You nailed it. Absolutely. So.
And guess when he sold it 6 weeks ago? That is at the height of the peak of the market.
Tremendous.
Yeah, I think he did good.
Yeah.
So now we've got 600.